Welcome to another SkaredCast Battle Report, another fully painted game on a fully painted table. We have Matt's AlphaLegion Chaos Space Marine Army fighting the Dark Eldar on the planet of Athena, which is a death ice world. This means that the planet will be attacking us as much as we are attacking ourselves in the chill winds and the snow and the ice storms. The mission, purge the alien, as the AlphaLegion strike forth to eliminate the webway portal of the Dark Eldar on the planet, and the Dark Eldar's mission to redeem the name of the Coven host, multiple times been eliminated. Aided by the Farseer, with guide, prescience, and the crazy suicide power, 3 Eldar jet bikes are coming in on reserve, as well as a Razorwing, and 9 Reaver jet bikes. The army consists of 2 triple lance ravagers with lances and night shields, 10 witches and a raider, 8 witches and a raider, 2 5-man witch units and venoms, 4 incubi and a venom with the Archon, 1 empty raider that houses 10 more warriors with a blaster and a dark lance with the Farseer in support. The AlphaLegion Chaos Space Marines have obliterators, Nurgle obliterators, veterans of the Long War, in this building with commanding field of fire. 2 Mauler Fiends ready to stalk the table, 2 5-man Suicide Melter units with a melter gun and a combi melter, and 2 10-man Chaos Space Marine units with double flamers and power weapons in rhinos with dirge casters. And of course, 5 Nurgle spawn. These are of course the demon plague flies, but they are spawn with a Chaos Space Marine Lord with a black mace. And also in reserve there is a Halldrake with a Bale flamer, and another Chaos Space Marine Lord in Terminator armor with Market Cinch with 3 deep striking combi plasma Terminators. Dark Eldar now have first turn, and it is night fight. Will Matt try to steal the initiative? He is not going to try. And we'll be back after turn 1. The Farseer guided and prescienced 2 raiders who shot into that Mauler Fiend, knocking off 1 gun and succeeding in putting a hull point on it. It was a penetrating hit, but they didn't explode it. The Beast Pack moved back away from 24 inches of both the very fast moving units. The rest of the army has redeployed off to the right flank, with the Venoms, the Ravagers moving up. This 1 raider, Urian's raider, as you can see, although he's just a dedicated transfer for the Warriors this game, fired into the other Mauler Fiend and successfully killed one. This is the first time in 3 games that a Mauler Fiend has gone down against Matt.
There's much rejoicing.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay! And all in all, the Death World, there was a ground collapse, but the units passed their initiative test, so nobody died. And now, the beginning of Matt's turn 1, there's a chill wind. All models in play are taking 2d6 strength 1 hits that ignore cover. The AlphaLegion push heavy up 1 flank with the Spawn and the Mauler Fiend, putting pressure on the Beast Pack. The Obliterators holding the flank fired into the green raider behind the ruins, but weren't able to see anything through the night, while the lead rhino blew smoke and the other one boosted up in close support. Both units of 5-man Chaos Space Marine squads have now moved and advanced, getting ready to be part of the battle later on in the game. And now it's moving on to Dark Eldar turn 2, rolling for reserves and rolling for the Death World mission. So the Death World, the chill wind didn't actually kill anybody, by the way. Oh no, he killed 1 Dark Eldar warrior. The planet has killed 1 Dark Eldar warrior. So, roll 1 dice on this. It's a 1, again, a ground collapse. That's horrible. 3 models die to the big crack in the ground, and they all fall to their deaths. Ah! By the way, just to note, because all elite units are scoring in a Death World mission, considering the world is just as dangerous as the enemy units themselves. The Beast Pack moved up to slow the advance of the spawn. The Razorwing arrived in full swing, and with aid of this Ravager, the lead rhino is blown up, and the Razorwing let loose with 2 monocythe missiles and lances. They failed their morale test and are falling back at the moment. The rest of the army advanced, spread out because of the Halldrake that might come in. The Venoms moved up onto the flank, poured fire into the Obliterators, combined with the Raider behind the ruin that stayed put, putting 1 wound on each Obliterator. On other news, the second Mauler Fiend has gone down as well as the other Ravager. Got a bead on him, and ended up taking his 2 last hull points to wreck him. And now we're moving on to AlphaLegion, turn 2, and we're going to be rolling for reserves.
Terminators? Good.
They do not arrive, and the Halldrake does not arrive. So he's not committed yet to the game. And the Death World does a 1, a ground collapse. There's D6 things. I'll put the link to the chart down below of what we're using. They're a mixture of the different Death Worlds charts that GW put in on one of their White Dwarfs. So I've kind of adapted them, and each of the Death Worlds here will have one single chart that you roll on at the beginning of every player turn to see what happens. The thing is, of course, Elite's Scrying. The Obliterators moved up, firing plasma cannons that scattered wildly into the Ravager. The Chaos Space Marines regrouped and moved up. This unit of Marines moved into the building. The Rhino boosted up, using its Dirge Caster to stop the Beast Pack from snap shooting into the Plague Drones, who took a wound but murdered everyone. Now we're moving on to Dark Eldar, turn 3. So, for reserves, I have the Reaver Jetbike unit. That comes in, it's that green dice. And the Eldar Jetbike unit. That does not come in. And we're going to roll on the Warlord, the Ice World table for a 3, which we haven't used yet. And it is
Treacherous Footing.
Treacherous Footing. I put a counter beside D3 pieces of terrain, and they become dangerous for the rest of the game. And the game has truly begun. The Kabalite warriors and witches disembarked and focused on the spawn that are really Blight Drone spawn, because they're awesome. The witches charged in, lost the Hecatrix to the challenge, even though the Hecatrix put a wound on the Black Mace commander in a challenge, and then lost another 3. So there's 4 witches left holding up the flank. The Raider boosted up to block movement from these Chaos Space Marines. I had chosen to make this ruin a piece of dangerous terrain for the game, as the ground had opened up beneath it. The Venoms finally took out the Obliterators, the Ravagers took out the Rhino, and the Archon has moved up to try and engage his Warlord in hand-to-hand combat, considering that's like my campaign trait, is to take them back and fight them in the arena. So of course we're rolling for Chaos Space Marine reserves on turn 3 to see if
Terminators?
they do not arrive.
And the turkey.
And the turkey arrives. And what does the world do to us? It 6. I think it's a ice rain. Ice rain makes everything slick.
Non-vehicle models treat the board as difficult terrain this turn.
The AlphaLegion moved forward. The warriors moved up, charged into the Rhino, blew it up. The Rhino, the Raider. And it's everything's difficult terrain for this game turn. So, for infantry. So we're going to move. The Halldrake moved up, vector strike the Ravager, blowing 2 of its guns off, but not killing it. And then flamed the Venom and the Raider, and succeeded in putting a hull point and stopping that Raider from shooting fully. Did nothing to the Venom. In combat, the Spawn and the Lord murdered the remaining witches, and of course the other Chaos Space Marines have moved up and are taking refuge behind the main assault force. The Terminators still haven't arrived, and now we're moving on to Dark Eldar, turn 4, where the Razorwing shows up again, and of course the Eldar Jetbikes. The Farseer guided the Ravager with 3 Lancers left and Prescience's own unit. Shooting saw them put 1 hull point on the Helldrake, which was a glance, but it was saved by the Demonic Invulnerable save. The Razorwing boosted on this turn and succeeded in hitting twice and putting 1 glancing hit on the Helldrake as well. In combat, the Archon and Witches and lots of shooting took out that 10-man Chaos Space Marine squad. The Warriors moved up, rapid-fired into the Spawn, killing 2 more, and then the Raider boosted up there, so the Spawn can't get to them. In reserves, the Eldar Jetbikes moved up, shot into this unit, killed 2. There were no Blade Storms, but it was going to be fun if it did happen. And then they moved 7 inches that way, while the Reaver Jetbikes took out the 2 models in the building and are now feel no pain. The Terminators showed up and blasted this unit with a whole bunch of shots, killing 4 and putting a wound on the Farseer. the Halldrake vector strike a tank that blew up, and then flamed a bunch of guys, and then the mace guy was able to actually squeeze through and annihilate the warrior unit. And the plague drone did not destroy the raider, but it can't move away, while the Chaos Space Marines back there were not able to charge the Eldar jet bike, and these guys got bogged down a lot. Last but not least, it is now Dark Eldar turn 5, could be the end of the game. The kill points sit at 8 kill points for the Dark Eldar to 5 kill points to the AlphaLegion, but it could go any way, shape or form. Under the shadow of the Halldrake, the Archon has met the Chaos Lord in single combat. The Lord has a black mace and is pretty crazy with all his boons that he's received as the game has gone on. And of course, the Archon will try and face him in hand-to-hand combat. So, we're going to be rolling this on camera as another edition of the epic combats continue. So, initiative. Well, the Archon goes first. The Nurgle Lord has blight grenades, so I do not get my extra attack to West combat weapons. Okay, so he gets 3 attacks. He's weapon skill 7, so he's hitting on 3s. He hits on 3s. And does 4 wounds. He does have his trusty Venom Blade, so he wounds on 2s. And does 3 wounds, because that's a 1. So 3 armor saves for said Chaos Lord. And he's okay, the Chaos Lord.
So he's base 3, +1 for the boon, +1 for the additional close combat weapon, and the demon weapon will yield 6
attacks. So the Lord's like, I'm going to get you. He needs 4s to hit, thanks to my weapon skill. 4 hits, and he's got the black mace, so that's poison. Oh right, one of his boons was poison, so that's 4 wounds. And the shadow field is still active. Do remember that my Archon is Eternal Warrior thanks to the campaign. So first one is a 4, so that's okay. Second one is a 6. Third one is a 3, and fourth one is a 4. That combat stays tied. So we'll be back next round of combat. By the way, something really cool. I might as well do the review right now. This is the end of Dark Eldar turn 5, where the Farseer charged in with his the power that I rolled on Runes of Fate was that he gets like +5 weapon skill and ballistic skill and a bunch of attacks, and he charged in, tried to kill the Lord, but was unsuccessful and died horribly to the murder sword. The Halldrake regained his wound last turn. I killed both units of... Oh no, one warrior, one Chaos Space Marine is still alive. I killed the other unit of Chaos Space Marines. The Spawn is still alive, but was unable to kill the Raider. And all the Venoms just moved up and shot a lot. Basically moving on to AlphaLegion, turn 5, with the kill points being 7 to 9. Close combat phase of the Chaos Space Marines, turn 5. Chaos Space Marines have 10 victory points so far. No, 11. 11 victory points so far, because they just wiped out a Ravager and a Raider. And the Archon is in base-to-base contact and in a challenge. There's a Lord over here in combat with 1 guy as well. And we're going to roll on camera. So, 5 attacks for my Archon again, needing 3s to hit. He hits all 5 times. And his trusty Venom Blade, needing 2s to wound. He wounds twice.
Good.
With 2 good saves.
Okay.
The Lord.
Base 4, +1 for the additional close combat weapon, and demon weapon gives him...
Smacks him in the face.
Becomes weapon skill 1. 5s to hit.
Nothing. Because it's last turn, Matt will roll to see if it goes on. And it does. I was able to take out the Halldrake that had gone into hover mode last turn with the Ravager far over there. Then we had the Chaos Lord destroy that unit of warriors. The Venom took out the Terminator. The Ice Planet killed the last of the Chaos Space Marines. And the Venom took out the last Spawn, while the jet bikes just kind of shot and did nothing when they did. Now, the combat, once again. 5 attacks for my Dark Eldar Lord. Needing 3s to hit. That's 3 hits. That would be needing 2s to wound. So 3 armor saves for the Lord, and he is okay.
Woo. Got excited. 4 plus 1 plus demon weapon.
5. So many attacks from the Black Mace. Needing 4s to hit. Since it is my Archon's weapon skill seems to be the thing that's saving him at the moment.
2s with
1.
Poison reroll.
Oh, poison reroll, good. So 3 Shadowfield. So first Shadowfield is okay. Second Shadowfield, he's okay. Third Shadowfield, he is okay. So that Slapfest continues, and the game is now 12 for the Chaos Space Marines to 13 to the Alpha Legion. We have 1 Lord over here, and we have 1 combat over there. And what will Matt do in his last turn? The Chaos Terminator Lord blew up a Venom with his plasma, combi plasma, which he'd saved just for that occasion. So it's 13 to 13. The combat, the Archon and the Lord in combat. 5 attacks from the Archon, needing 3s to hit. He hits twice. Needing 2s to wound with his Venom Blade. He wounds twice. 2 armor saves for the Chaos Lord. He takes a wound. The Chaos Lord has now got 1 wound remaining. 1 wound remaining.
It's bloody. It's tied right now. Demon
now
weapon.
the Demon Weapon does 4 attacks. Needing 4s to hit. A lot more hits than he had before. Needing 2s to wound with rerolls thanks to poison.
6.
The gods might smile on the Alpha Legion today. The Shadowfield is okay. Is okay. Is okay. Is okay. Is okay. And is okay.
Oh my god.
And this, the Archon has won combat, but is now stuck there. And Alpha Legion will roll to see if this goes on to an epic conclusion to turn 7.
It does.
It does! Last turn. The planet didn't do anything, really. We both have Line Breaker, so we each get a point. Right now it's 14 to 14. This guy still has to do something. He's probably going to go and try kill those witches for a last point. And this one over here, there are 2 points lying in the balance. 1 for Warlord, and 1 for combat. Okay, so Archon, 5 attacks. Needing 3s to hit.
Huge swing.
3 hits again. Needing 2s to wound. He does 2 armor saves again. And he successfully kills the Chaos Lord. Consolidation. 2 inches. And we'll be back after turn 7. And that's the end of the game. The other Chaos Lord tried to charge in and kill the witches and killed 1. And they put a wound on him, so they stayed in combat. So, at the end of this slaughter fest, we have 16 points to the Dark Eldar, and 13 points to the Chaos Space Marines of the Alpha Legion. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you stay tuned. This means that I have claimed a square in the planet, the ice planet, which the planet itself killed more than some of our units sometimes, such as the hazards of playing on a death world. Okay, we'll be back. Stay tuned. Alfarius is also going to be putting his own tactical corner on his channel. Make sure you check it out. It'll be you can check it right under the video, where he'll have a video response to this video. Okay, thanks all for tuning in. This is Skari. Make sure you stay tuned. Out. Welcome to another tactical corner with Skari. Okay. Starting with the Alpha Legion army, very fast sitting with the Spawn and Maulafines. The Halldrake was going to be a problem. Beautifully painted army. It's always a pleasure to play against nicely painted models. So I had my targets cut out for me. My army is a Eldar army, Farseer, jet bikes, lots of warriors, basically a jack of all trades kind of list. Testing out the new psychic powers, I wanted to see what I could do with the murder thing. Now, we did play on a planet that has its own special rules, so we were going to be losing models to the planet as well as enemy armies, which would be interesting. Deployment. Vanguard Strike. I decided to overload one flank heavily and put the beasts on one flank to negate infiltrators, because he had some infiltrators. He deployed relatively conservatively, which then meant that I was able to block his faster movers with the impassable terrain and the beasts, like the spawn, for example, with my beast, which was just 100 points, so I sacrificed them to hold everybody else back. Luckily enough, I was able to get rid of the Mauler Fiends quickly, even though, and of course stall the spawn for long enough that then I was able to strike at the spawn at a key moment in the battle, and slowly pick away at his army. Now, the Terminators coming in later, I knew they were going to come in. They came in too late to really have a very big impact in the game, although they ended up killing my Farseer. Well, thanks a lot for watching.